Hello everyone, Terror80Boxall here, welcome back to another video. If you haven't already read the title, we're going to be talking about a show called TUGS. Yes, so TUGS. You've probably heard of it once or twice. If you've been in the TOMS community for a fair while, you would have at least heard TUGS be mentioned once. If not, then I advise you go watch the show before watching this. But to sum it up, hashtag spoiler alert, TUGS is a show about tugs. There are two fleets, the Zero fleets and the Star fleet. There's a crane called Big Mickey, and there is a train called Puffer, which, again, all of these characters work at this dock area, harbour area, like, Southampton, there we go, like Southampton. I don't know when TUGS, like, the timeline actually where it takes place, but it's called the Big City Port, which, yeah, that's a really, really creative name. But yeah, on the other hand, TUGS, basically has, like, 18 or so episodes before it got, cancelled. Really interesting episodes, because sometimes it can go from, like, plain old boring, just trying to figure out things, to flipping explosions and, exploding ships that have been stuck in this river. There is a character called Billy Shoepack, who is a dynamite person, I think, because I watched the show, who, in one of the episodes, which is probably one of my favourite episodes, where the Star Tug fleets got stuck because the river was blocked, or something, canal blocked by a huge tramper, and Billy Shoepack blew it up so they could all come back, which was pretty good. Of course, I think there's a character called Boomer, so you guess where that meme originates from, I think. And a couple of other things as well are cool about the episode. One of the coolest episodes, though, has to be the one where the dockyard blows up. I can't remember what the episode's called, but the best scene by far is when everybody's flipping cheering Puffer on to just keep going and to get out of there as quick as he could. It was so flipping good. That was the flipping highlight of that episode. Now, as for TUGS itself, does it still exist? No, it doesn't. There is a show that uses TUGS stuff, but I know the original TUGS does not exist anymore. Probably, I don't know why though. It was a really great series and should have stayed up a bit longer. As for merchandise, probably the best pieces of merchandise are these Japanese, like, toy versions of it, where, like, swap faces and whatnot. And then you got the Turtles, which are pretty good. They're pretty cool. Now, a question that I want to ask myself is, why do I like TUGS so much? And that's what I'm going to explain, because why do I like TUGS? The reason why I like TUGS is because, well, it's just comparison to Thomas. You can compare some of the characters to Thomas characters. For instance, Gordon can be Top Hat, Thomas can be 10 Cents, Percy can be Sunshine, OJ, I think that's what his name is, it can be called Edward or Toby. Warrior can be called Henry and some other things. Yeah, so pretty much you can compare Thomas characters to TUGS characters, which it's basically like Thomas, but it's not about trains, it's about TUGS, and it's much more dramatic, epic, and just, cool. There's a bunch of other YouTubers that also like TUGS that helped me get into this. For instance, Son of a Train likes TUGS. He made a couple of TUGS remakes in his time before, they disappeared off YouTube. Don't know why. Not going to ask him, though. But he helped me get into TUGS. And I ended up watching the whole show, like, twice in a row through 4 days. So, yeah. Of course, I was ill on that day, so... Terry 5570 has done his fair share of TUGS stuff, I'm pretty sure, which is pretty good. Now, another question is, where are the TUGS models that have been used? Because, as you know in the show, there are TUGS models that they use. Well, to answer that, the TUGS models still do exist. Some still in their Thomas redisguising forms, and some of them in their original forms. At the Butterley Railway, or the Midland, in Derbyshire, somewhere in Derbyshire, is the TUGS exhibition place where you can go see the original models in this like coach thing, which is pretty cool. Alright, thanks for watching everyone.